Hi, I'm Christopher Allen Brewer. Having been featured on shows like Haunted Hospitals, Paranormal 911, Paranormal Night Shift, and others, I often talk about the real paranormal experiences of others. Many of us have a ghost story we've either experienced or heard, and I'm often asked what mine are. So I thought I'd share some of them with you. I'm Oglala Sioux, so the first stories I ever remember being told were ghost stories, because our tribe were well aware of a spirit world. And everyone in my family had some kind of visitation at one time or another. My own were numerous. So I'll share some of my experiences with you, about those times when that veil began opening up, and how the things that began stepping into view would teach me a new way of perceiving the mysterious, the poignant, and the terrifying. And for those of you who prefer something more live, I'll be speaking at the Denver Fan Expo on Halloween weekend with a special Future Ghost panel called Selfies from the Underworld. After leaving Pine Ridge, South Dakota in the 70s, my mother and father moved us to an old Victorian house on the outskirts of downtown Denver. Our family was Sioux, and as far back as we could remember, our native spirituality taught us about the existence of a spirit world. Some spirits had messages for us, so we could expect them to approach us in both our dream time and our waking lives. Some spirits would have no messages for us, but would appear to us all the same. Maybe because we were taught to expect them to. Maybe because it was just in our DNA. The house my father moved us to was spooky enough during the day, but it didn't help that he worked nights, and my mother and I were often alone. I was only a little boy, but my mother put me in the same room where a previous tenant had hung herself in the closet. The closet didn't even have a door. It was more like a heavy curtain you could pull to the side. And some nights, you could hear the woman crying from this closet. And some nights, you could see her blue feet swing from beneath the curtain. Why would you put your kid in here? There was also a large, heavy cellar door, which was always closed. But one time, it was not. It was completely open, like a large, yawning mouth, revealing dark basement steps to unknown rooms. I approached cautiously, my little hands resting on the rim of the door, when BAM! Something slammed the door shut with a powerful force. Instinctively, I jumped backward in terror, but I wasn't quick enough. The door caught one of my fingers and cut it open. It was a wound which required stitches. A wound which symbolically branded me with a deep interest in why some spirits can cause harm from their realm, and how some are no more than echoes. We moved out of that house after that experience, but I often wonder if that woman is still there, still waiting for someone to pull back that curtain and let her know she doesn't have to be there anymore. And I still have that scar on my finger, a scar that still tingles every time I see a door open to the unknown, and I remember how it used to be to lie on that bed across from the closet at night, listening to soft crying, knowing now what ghosts really sound like, soft shuffles and moans in the night, tracing the lines of a scar that tingles and pulling the covers up over my head. In the next episode, a fun family camping trip at the lake turns into a nightmare when the spirit of a boy who drowned makes contact with me. I'm Christopher Allen Brewer, and I thank you for watching.